in terms of now engaging more partners, supporting our partners, we also in talks with some of the associations in the e-mobility sector to see how we can advocate for policies that favor this sector in terms of now supporting in development of or supporting in terms of policy engagement, the different stakeholders working in this space. And in terms of partners, we aim to support anyone out there. As a bank, we are open to support. Even as a foundation, we are open to support different technology providers of electric mobility, because for us, whenever you approach us as an innovator with a technology in the e-mobility sector, we are always open to work with you to ensure our clients have access to some of these solutions. And with the huge infrastructure, the bank infrastructure, the wide coverage of our bank branches, we are able to reach even every corner of this Kenya and support our clients adopt, e-mobility solutions. So I'll say our target is to support the government, finance more e-mobility companies and even the end users to be able to distribute more of these technologies to our clients, to even digitize more of use of technology to bring now digitization of these some of these technologies. We can use these technologies as a public shared transport that would work for most of our clients, even when they are traveling. Instead of using your car to work, you can use an e-mobility, let's say bike, as a shared public transport to commute to work. The other aspect is in terms of now engaging stakeholders in this sector and see how we can work with them to develop programs that can even build our staff across the country to understand e-mobility sector, what they can do to accelerate access to these solutions, and even have specific financing product for this sector as a bank, where we focus on financing e-mobility solutions and offering favorable rates for the sector for more people to transition to e-mobility solutions. Financing comes in two ways. In terms of one thing, you realize the e-mobility technologies, the electric bikes we have currently in market, have a higher capital intensive compared to the diesel power or the petrol powered motorbikes. So of course, some of these border riders, they may not have that upfront capital to purchase the e-mobility. Having a financing partner like Equity goes a long way in enabling these clients to transition from using what they currently have to an e-mobility solution. So one way of how the role of financing in this is enabling these end users, the consumers, be able to acquire these technologies. Again, you realize most of these companies offering e-mobility solutions most of them need to import these spare parts, need to import the components of the e-mobility components and assemble them locally. Again, that's financing. And this being a new sector, being a risk sector, most financial institutions are shunning away from financing. But again, they really need the support from the local banks, because we still don't have available programs out there to support e-mobility. So again, financing comes in handy for these people, the manufacturers, to be able to import some of these solutions to the country and have enough stock to meet the demand in the market. The other aspect is capacity building. The financing, it's really required. Many people have a lot of fake news about e-mobility. There's need for awareness creation, capacity building. I think that's all is financing. A lot of finance is involved in that, in building the capacity of the public, building capacity of the staff, to be able to understand how these technologies work, the different models, and what is the risk involved in financing these, and even to develop the different products that can be used to financing the companies and even the end users. We also trying to come up with financing products that can be used to finance e-mobility solution at flexible terms. The other thing we are doing is building the capacity of our own staff to understand the technology itself, the models, like what we saw up now that works and how they can go around that to ensure that the end users are able to purchase these solutions. So the capacity building goes beyond even our staff to the clients we are serving, and be able to reduce the news, the misconceptions that are out there about e-mobility, and how people to learn and enable them learn more, have more knowledge about this sector and how they can really how they can benefit from this sector by shifting or transitioning from fossil-based vehicles to now e-mobility powered vehicles, electric powered vehicles. So maybe highlighting from a perspective of how many young people are employed in the boda sector, that is motorbike sector, that business. I think we have over 2 million young people who are working in that sector, and that on its own presents a huge opportunity for the sector if we are able to transition all those young people in, those these technology into electric bikes. Now you can see the opportunity that young people, and even if you look at the number of people who are unemployed and young people in this case are employed in this country, we still have 1/3 of them. We still have like even 1/3 of young people are unemployed, and even those who are employed do not have jobs that can sustain their living. If you look at the number of people again graduating, the young people graduating, you have even over around 10 to 12 million young people globally entering the workforce, and 3.1 million jobs are created, leaving high number of young people are unemployed. So this shows you the opportunity we have for this sector for young people. And for me, I feel if we are able to build the capacity of the young people, give them the necessary skills there to understand how this sector, they can be not only entrepreneurs, innovators in this sector, but also be able to understand the need to transition from use of the fossil fuel powered bikes to now electric mobility solutions. I'd say I'll talk of an initiative that we are doing. This maybe an initiative I've been working on. It's called the Youth for Sustainable Energy and Mobility. That this is an initiative that aims to build the capacity of young people that are graduating and the ones that are in the early stage career that are looking to explore the opportunities in the mobility sector and see how we can build their knowledge in partnership with the African Mobility Alliance to understand how e-mobility sector, the different business models, the regulatory framework, how that looks like and how it can affect them as a young people and also as innovators, and also around financial models, how what specific area would they venture in as entrepreneurs? What opportunities can they explore as professionals to be able to create jobs for themselves and not wait for maybe companies in this space to create jobs for them. And this I see if we build young people with the right skills in this space, be able to help them to develop bankable projects. They can go a long way, not only helping the country achieve the e-mobility targets, but also help them to attain or be able to access employment or self-employed. Yeah. Looking at the technologies themselves, if you look at the current technologies we have in the market in terms of now the petrol or the fossil fuel powered vehicles, you realize some of these technologies or these vehicles were not designed to bring in or considering the aspect of gender. So one thing for companies that are developing new solutions around e-mobility, that's an aspect they have to put in consideration. If it's the e-bikes, the bicycles, what can we have to ensure that it takes care of the needs of all gender, especially for women, to increase the safety of women, to encourage more women to be involved as boda riders or even electric bicycle riders. The other thing is about culture. If you look at the way African culture is it's really affected this sector in terms of one thing, women are not, it's unlikely to have women riding bicycle borders. How can we have strategies that can support more women to be involved as these riders? Are there specific things we have to put in place to encourage more women to involved to participate in this space as either drivers or even riders of the different technologies? And this is one of the things we are working with one of our partners who is trying to encourage or onboard more women to their company to work as a fleet to support in delivery of different products, to us as bicycle riders in delivery of different goods to end users. So these are in a way to ensure that we have more women being involved in the e-mobility sector. I know as time goes on, we'll have many initiatives supporting women to be involved in this sector, have specific financing products for that favor women to join this sector. We're working with EB Bikes. They are trying to support more women, to recruit more women as riders in their portfolio. They manage a fleet of delivery. They manage a fleet of bicycles for delivery companies like Glovo, Uber Eats. So, and most of the riders, women, of course, and young people, but they're trying to see how now they can encourage more women to join as riders in their fleet. The mobility, we look at the technologies themselves. First thing is on the kind of models we have in the market today, and especially when it comes to batteries. Batteries are the most expensive when it comes across all technologies, maybe e-bikes, maybe e-vehicles, and this presents a challenge. We still don't have a specific model that can really support people. I mean, we haven't have an effective technology that can support banks to venture into this space such that they can finance the end users, and the end user is able to own the full equipment as asset financing, because you find most companies only list the batteries. There is aspect of battery swapping, which is also a challenge being presented to the bank in terms of financing. Most electric vehicles, they don't want the batteries because, again, of the cost implications. And you realize these are lithium batteries, which have a lifespan of less than 10 years. So again, presenting a challenge for the banks to finance this sector. The other issue is on infrastructure. We really are way behind in terms of having the charging infrastructure everywhere for people to be able to access. It's only limited to Nairobi, but doesn't have a full coverage. With most companies owning this charging infrastructure, if we had this infrastructure as the way we have petrol stations all over around, I think that would go a long way in promoting this sector. But again, it's an investment. Do we have that those funds to invest in those in the charging infrastructure in the country? So again, it's a bit of having more investors in this sector. DFI is willing to give banks loans or funds in favorable interest rates to invest in this sector. DFI is willing to give banks TA or grants to do technical assistance to build the capacity to create awareness of the clients on this about e-mobility, and be able even to support their clients who are looking for financing, and even also de-risking this sector, the financing being given to end users, having de-risking instruments that can enable the banks to give loans in this sector. The other aspect is in terms of policy, which again is still a challenge, an area that poses a lot of challenge for the companies operating in this sector. We don't have strategic policies or well-developed policies that can enable more investors put their money in this space. So even when we are pushing for financing, we really need the support of the government in terms of creating that enabling environment for those willing to invest in this sector to put their money or to give to have to have a good environment for investment in this sector. Yeah.